Hey guys, what is up with all my planty peeps? I hope you guys have been doing well. We are jumping into another weekly planty video and I'm super excited about this one. We're just gonna go ahead and jump on in and be talking about my adventure, my time, my experience with the famous Monstera Esqueleto, because boy have I had one. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive on in. Before we do, I hope you guys have a nice cozy bevy. I'm drinking a matcha banana cream latte. I just made it for the first time today and it is so good. I highly recommend. And also I just wanted to let you guys know that thank you so much for being patient with me. I went ahead and ranted about how I felt about recording in my last week's video. That's not up yet, but you guys will see soon. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for being patient with me. For my subscribers that have been, you know, staying true to me, I am trying my best and I love you guys. And thank you so much for subscribing and liking and commenting and everything that you guys do. And yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on in. This is so good. So good. I can probably like gulp this down right now, everything, if I wanted to. It is so good. If you like the taste of bananas, I highly recommend. Okay, so like I said, in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and be talking about my experience with the Monstera Esqueleto. If you have watched my videos, then you know that I have gone through it when it comes to this plant. And honestly, it's not even because it's a really finicky plant. It's just mainly because I am not a consistent plant owner when it comes to watering or over watering or the right light. So it's probably most likely my wrongdoing, but I have learned a lot about it. And with that being said, I have this Monstera Esqueleto, which is doing very, very well. I've propagated this one in just a cup with leca at the bottom, moss at the top, a moss pole through and through it completely, and it lives in my plant cabinet. It has been upsizing really good. I need to extend the pole already, and it has a new growth coming in, but because of how much root growth it has been having, I'm concerned that if I don't upgrade it soon, my leaves are not going to be getting big and luscious how I want. So that's something that we might do today. Like I said, that was a cutting. This is a propagation. The original plant that came from was this one. I had it growing in this container with a combination of just right, and I'm doing it again. This is what I have a problem with, is when it comes to like watering plants, I tend to water thoroughly and I forget to dump out any excess water. So this tends to like sit in water, which is what happened to this one. And I gave it root rot and I completely trimmed the top of the plant and propagated it. Trimmed this one back completely because it was getting root rot, and just kept the root ball to see if it would do anything, and it did. And it's giving me these baby leaves and it's starting fresh. So this is my next one, but like I was saying, I just have this in like a chunky soil mix with soil, leca, perlite, in a moss pole, in a cover pot. So probably not the best for me. And then just to be a completely 100% sure that I wasn't gonna lose this plant, I also kept additional clippings and put them in a water vessel, which are all of these. They have been growing really, really good. just with plain old water. Sometimes I add in water with fertilizer in it. And this is what the roots are looking like. Oh, they're kind of like snagged in there with the root. This is what the roots are looking like. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm dropping water everywhere. So really, really good. All of them have been doing really, really good. And yeah, I'm really glad about the outcome. But now what the problem is I have 3 separate Monstera Esqueletos in 3 different growing stages. And I'm just kind of like, I don't want 3 Monstera Esqueletos. I want 1 massive, luscious Monstera Esqueleto. And yeah, so I'm kind of debating what I should do. For what I'm thinking right now is like I want to combine them. Maybe these ones, because they are bigger leaves, possibly just give this guy away. Maybe even just toss him. Sad to say, because I don't like tossing plants. I never toss plants ever. So I'm trying to get better at that, but I don't do it at all. Even if I see like a little tiny broken plant on the floor, I do pick it up and just toss it in a pot. So yeah, I'm kind of debating, but since I'm planning on upsizing this guy, I'm like, what not a perfect moment to possibly like put them all in a pot together. So I think that's what we're gonna do today, guys. I'm nervous because this only has 1 vine. So I would really like to have like multiple vined Esqueleto plants just to be thick and luscious. But I'm so nervous. I just don't want to mess up. I've been doing really good, especially with this one. And I think the biggest reason is because I have leca at the bottom and because it's in my grow cabinet, but it can't live in there forever. So I don't know, because this one's in water, so obviously that one's doing really good, lives under grow lights. This one has been doing good too, not too bad, but just very little. Understandably why I cut it from the base, so it's just starting off fresh. It doesn't really seem like it's attached to the moss pole at all though. So what I'm thinking is I might use this moss pole to extend this moss pole and then add these clippings to the bottom of this plant. I wish you guys could tell me what you're thinking like right now. I want to know, what do you think? I think that might be a good idea. And then I possibly just might sell this one, this Monstera Esqueleto, on like Facebook Marketplace or something, because I have a lot. And these are this is just 2 separate plants, is it? Yeah, this is 2 separate plants. This is like 1 big chunk and then 1 little chunk. Decisions. Well, for the time being, can I use this pot too? Oh my god. There's a lot of water drenching from it. I don't want to oversize this either from this cup. I might even use this pot to upgrade it. I don't know, it's a lot of roots. It's a lot of roots. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. First things first, let me be good because I'm always super bad at this. I'm gonna go grab my potting mat. What? Who is she? thing is massive. Okay, what kind of sucks is I did just water my plants yesterday. So like I was telling you guys, this is kind of dripping. But let's go ahead and take her out and see what we're working with. Wow. Okay, she grew a little bit into the moss pole. Oh, she was in there. Take this soil out and just put this moss pole to the side. And little stick. Okay. These are the roots, which honestly are not looking bad whatsoever. When I first originally found out that my OG Monstera Esqueleto, if I have a picture, I will put it somewhere on the screen. It was becoming a decent size, which is so sad. But when I first found out that it was getting root rot, it was because I started to get yellow leaves at the base of the plant, and they were drooping and falling off easily as soon as I touched them. So I picked up the plant out of the cover pot, and immediately I could smell it. I could smell the root rot, and I was like, no. I think that weekend I had gone somewhere, like we had a busy weekend. I don't know if it was like the weekend of Christmas or like New Year's or like my son's birthday. I don't know what, I don't think it was my son's birthday. It was probably like Christmas, New Year's, or even my birthday, because that's all like around November, December type of area. But basically I was busy to the point where I left my house for like, you know, I wasn't checking on my plants for like 2, maybe 3 days. So I had watered them graciously, knowing that I was going to be busy, and forgot to dump out the cover pot. So when I came back and I was like checking in on my plants, I think it was like the next watering. So at least a week had gone by. And that's when I found the root rot, and I was devastated. I almost cried, honestly. And yeah, I was terrified. I basically chopped the first half up off the plant because those were the largest leaves. I let it callus like a couple hours, and then the rest of the bottom half I chopped at the base and just took what I could and put those in water. And then I looked at the root ball and it was pretty much all gone. I think I kept maybe like, if anything, like this much. So this is a lot of good growth for me personally. And then I planted it in this mix, which is, like I said, a combination of soil, perlite, and leca, just to make sure it has enough drainage and I wasn't gonna cause root rot again. And that is where we are today. Like I said, I was just so terrified of losing this plant that I just wanted to try to propagate it in all different types of ways, so I just didn't lose it because I love this plant so much. So yeah, I'm proud of this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one yet. I'm just gonna keep it to the side. Now, oh, I took some of the little baby roots off. I'm sorry. My bad. My hands are gonna be filthy. Yeah, this is all wet from my watering yesterday. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at this boy, which I'm so scared. Please, please, please don't give up on me. Please. Okay. Shaking the leca out. Oh my gosh, that looks cool. Look at that. I hope you guys can see this. So this is just moss and then leca at the bottom. Just tap the leca to get out. Roots are looking gorgeous. She's a beaut. There's more leca in there too. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take a minute here to completely remove all of the moss, and then we'll go from there looking at how the root system is looking and seeing if this pot will give it justice or if I should get a larger pot. I'm thinking smaller. Honestly, I don't care if I have to repot this plant every freaking month, if that's what it takes. I just don't want to lose it. I don't want it to get root rot again, so I'm just trying to avoid that. Give me a minute. I'm probably gonna fast forward through this because this is like so tedious removing moss, and I'm definitely gonna be gentle because I don't want to lose anything, and this is a hot mess in here. My arms are dead. I splashed this nasty gunk water on my face. It's making me sneeze. I'm just a hot mess over here. But anyways, I think we're done. I feel like this is as good as it's gonna get. I took off pretty much all the moss. I'm just being like extra sure because I feel like the more, if there's any extra moss sitting at the bottom, it's just gonna contribute to holding water at the bottom, and I just don't want to contribute holding water at the bottom so we don't cause root rot. So there is a little bit at the top, which is okay because it's at the top, but for the most part all of it at the bottom is completely gone, and this is what the roots are looking like, which I think looks actually pretty cool, the way that it's like entangled into the moss pole. I feel like it would do fine in here just because I kind of want a taller pot though, because it just looks kind of like scraggly at the bottom. Let me see if I can find a taller pot than this. One moment, please. I couldn't really find a taller pot. I found this one, which is just like the one size larger, so it's a little bit wider, and it's like maybe an inch taller. The only other ones that I had were like orchid pots. Yeah, it's like maybe an inch taller, nothing crazy. And I'm just not comfortable with doing an orchid pot because the orchid pots didn't have any drainage holes at the bottom. So I'm trying to see if I can like steal a pot from any of my plants that are already like in them that are tall, unless I can try to extend this. But I've never done that before. How do I do an extender? Let me look it up. Okay, I just went ahead and looked up like DIY pot extenders and it did not look hard at all. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on to filling this bad boy up, and I can make the pot extender at the end. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna put as much leca as I can at the bottom. No moss, please. Put some leca in here. That didn't work. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the water plants and add those to the front, and hopefully those will take up some space so it's not so, you know, gappy at the bottom. Oh my gosh, are they connected? There we go. So we'll do, oh my God, I just put water. I just put this plant water in my bra. Okay. Alrighty then. This actually has a pretty big root system, so got some crazy roots going on. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I think I might just do one. That kind of already looks full to me. Put her like up here. I feel like if I put both of them, that'll be too much. Whoa, hold up. Right here. Should I put two, like one on this side and then the other one on this side? I feel like that might be too much. I can put one in here and then put these two together and pot these guys up. That might be cute. They seem like the same size. Maybe I'll do that. This guy was like kind of growing crooked. Okay, yeah, I think like this will be cute. All right, we're gonna remove the moss out of the way, and I should have put my hair up. I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop the old soil and just start to place that in there. It is very wet, so I don't think I'm gonna water this guy at all today. I'm gonna stick this guy back in here just for the stability. And I'll wrap a new Velcro. Oh my God. I already need to get new shears because mines have gotten so dull. Okay, we're gonna strap. Oh my God, and this is too short. That looked like a long piece. Let me measure this. Wow. Wow, I would not have thought that much. Okay, I'm gonna do it right here at the very tip top. Nice and snug. Okay. I think I'm gonna open this bottom Velcro up to put this guy inside. Okay, looking a little crazy right now. Definitely. This one's definitely most likely gonna drop, so I'm not really concerned. But once it's settled, I feel like it'll look way better. I'm kind of a little bit nervous that I added this pre-wet soil. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to like smush it down to secure the plant so it's not loose, but I'm not trying to smush it down, so I keep on like cracking it open so it gets like some airflow. I'm scared, but it looks good to me. Ooh, that scared me. It looks good to me. I can't wait for it to settle in. I also do intend on adding this moss pole and extending it, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick this guy back into my grow cabinet for maybe like the next week or so, just so it like acclimates to this change of being planted in soil. And then once I feel like it's doing good, I will extend it, because if I extend it right now, this would not fit in my grow cabinet, so that would just force me to completely remove it randomly. And for me, I personally like to like steadily, is that a word? Steadily, slowly remove my plants that live in my grow cabinets out here. I like to do that slowly. So like I'll take it out once a day for the whole day, put it back in at the end of the night, and like slowly acclimate it to my room temperature. And then once it's like doing good, nothing crazy is happening, I'll completely leave it out here. So I'm gonna do that because I have not acclimated it to my room temperature. So this is what she's looking like. I'm also gonna go ahead and extend this bottom portion a little bit, because I can see some roots at the very top. Should I? I think I should, at least like 2 inches. Like I said, this one's gonna drop, so I'm not too worried. I think I will. But before I do that, let's just go ahead and pop these guys up, because I feel like these will look cute together, and this can be its own little plant. Should I do the leca and stuff again in here? Leca with some moss. I feel like that worked out really good for me, I'm not gonna lie. And it's like a slow transition from water, because this is a water plant too. But that's a soil plant. Should I just do moss? Decisions. I think I'll do leca and moss just to play safe. I actually found this container, which might be a little bit better because it's just like smaller. And I got my leca. I'm gonna go ahead and hose this down outside. Okay, just came from the backyard, hose down the leca nice and washed. So now I think I'm gonna add just like a tad bit of this moss on top. We're reusing here, so I don't gotta grab much. I'm being very lazy. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna rinse these roots because they have some soil on them. Okay, roots are rinsed for both. Like a little plant down there. We're gonna put these guys in there together. This guy's kind of tall. And I'm gonna just add all this moss. Wow. That was pretty much it. Look at that little guy. He's a little cutie. Aw. This guy is growing backwards. It should be facing like this way. So hopefully it turns on its own because these two are facing this way. But whatever. I think it's really cute, and he's gonna live in my grow cabinet. Maybe when he acclimates, I can go ahead and sell him or something, but hopefully I sell him because I don't want to get attached to him, but I think he looks cute. All right, I am super happy with our repots today. I'm super happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys think I should have done something different, please let me know ASAP, okay? In case like I need to watch out for something, I don't know. I just really want these guys to thrive. And now instead of having 3, I have 2 and possibly 1 that I'm gonna sell. So technically 1. Girl math, you know? All right, guys, well, that's pretty much it for this week's video. I just wanted to keep it nice and short and simple, and just focus on one plant today because I feel like I don't do that often, and that definitely does tend to overwhelm me. So yeah, that's what we did today. We just focused on my Monstera Esqueleto. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys want to see for next week's video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.